I want to fuck Beyonce and Rihanna. We'll see which one of those things happen first.
Back at it on a hectic weekend, or a hectic week, honestly, if we're looking at it right. In combat sports, ladies and gentlemen, we're Keyboard Warriors, presented by KCHPress.com. I'm Eddie Lost, Fred Kirby. And off the rip, dude, because, as we know, you're a pretty big Conor fan, and I enjoy watching the fight and everything, but what do you make of all this mess with Conor and 303 and will he, won't he? Like, it's a huge mess because everyone's talking and no one's saying shit. You know what I mean? Like, even the nose is coming out like trying to like say like he's saying something, but he's actually saying nothing. Like, he's just like, it's great optimism. I get it, great optimism. Me too, motherfucker. But what are we doing? What's going on? What do you take on it?
Well, what do we know? What do we know? All we know, right, is that there's a video of Conor partying in a club, which fucking blow me. What that's been a thing for a while now. And now they what do we want to say? Canceled or postponed the fucking press conference that was supposed to happen in Dublin. I don't know how you
canceled it.
Right. So that's basically all that's happened so far, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I see why people are panicking. Conor's been less than fucking dependable lately. So I can see why people would sort of start freaking out. But for all of me, I ain't tripping yet. There's no, where there's smoke, there's fire. And the MMA game is the hardest place in the world to keep a secret. I feel like if this fight was actually off, or if Conor was hurt, or if Conor was going to rehab, or if he caught the hepatitis, that something would slip out and that some cocksucker somewhere would be reporting it. The fact that nobody is saying this fight's off for X, Y, or Z makes me feel like the fight's still on. Now, I won't go as far as to say that Conor is postponing this so that, excuse me, he can train or focus on training or something like that. But maybe as a Conor nut hugger, let's just say, for the sake of fucking argument, the videos of Conor fucking partying in the club and the bar are all put on. And he postponed all this press conference and all this song and dance so that he could stay in the gym and train. Now, I ain't saying that's what the fuck happened, but I ain't saying that's not what the fuck happened either. What the fuck do you think happened?
I don't know. The theories come from everything, right? People immediately, everyone's like, oh, he's injured. Oh, he popped for something. He's got, charges coming. He's gonna get arrested. No one really fucking knows. And on top of that, he mentioned something not long ago about his father being in the hospital. So there's a million different things it could be.
Well, listen, hold on, slow down. For starters, him being injured ain't what the fuck, right? If he was injured and the fight was off, I think we'd have a lot more cause for concern than just canceling that goddamn, and if he was injured but trying to hide it and nurse a little injury, they would still do the cocksucking press conference. Now, maybe if he has something going on in his personal life, sure, but it wasn't because he's fucking injured, you dicktards.
Yeah, and I think if he was injured, we would have already known.
Or he would have just came to the press conference and fucking limped a little, or whatever the fuck, unless his fucking arm's broken or he can't move, or he wouldn't have been able to hide it on us. How many fucking guys have went to press conferences? We've had cocksuckers go to the goddamn weigh-ins with staff. Fucking holes on their face, and they're at the weigh-ins. I doubt he was fucking injured and didn't come to the press conference. I highly fucking doubt that was it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'm out on the whole theory of injury. I don't know what it is. Who knows? At this point, obviously we're in sit and wait mode. Could also be. I mean, Conor's kind of a psycho and kind of a genius when it comes to promoting shit. He might just be playing his cards, although it doesn't really need to be promoted more. This is a return of Conor McGregor. So, but real quick in the comment section, Otis, what's up, dude?
There he is.
We also got Capitan Refucho. What's up, Capitan? ¿Cómo estás? And then Santiago Rodriguez. How you doing, man? Damn, is it kind of late for you there over there, man? Anyway, but Otis says, "Seen is believing when it comes to Conor." Right. Once you see him, I mean, he posted a picture of the doctor's office, just laying there. No one knows what the fuck that's about. Who knows?
That was a bit ominous, wasn't it?
Very, very. He was making a joke. He was making a joke. The fucking the little models next to him was like pelvis, right? So
right.
He's just making a dick joke. But end of the day, if you had to guess, do you think this fight's happening or not?
maybe it's just my optimistic side, but yeah, I'm not going to fucking get carried away just yet. I mean, I don't love that the fucking press conference got canceled or fucking postponed or whatever, but all things being equal, for now, I still think the fight's on. Yes, we're too fucking close. If it's not on, somebody better say something fucking quick. The last time I checked, this fucking place is sold out, right?
$20 million plus gate. It's like broke records of some sort.
And I ain't no cocksucking lawyer, but if they know now, if this got canceled, what, 3-4 days ago?
Yeah.
Let's just say, for the sake of fucking argument, that they knew then, bro. Y'all can't just keep sitting on that. Y'all can't wait for another 3, 4, 5, 10 days and be like, oh yeah, say Jack, Conor ain't gonna make it. What the fuck? Like, if that is the case, I would imagine we ain't sitting around waiting on Conor to fucking deliver it to us like Santa Claus. Like, that news would have to get delivered to the fans immediately, so that if they want to you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a huge fucking deal if Conor's out. Not something I think they can just sort of sweep under the rug for. This fight isn't happening in fucking October, man. It's happening in like fucking 21, like 3 weeks to the nickel or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close. What's up, Sue? Saying we will never see that Conor again. Oh, we'll never see the original Conor. This is over. Age, injury, all kinds of shit. But yeah. So all right. So let's say for argument or devil's advocate, what do you want to call it? Let's say this fight does not happen. Let's say Conor is injured, or if something's going to keep him from actually making it to the fight. All right. If you're the Dana, Mick, whoever, what do you do?
For this card?
Yeah.
I don't, again, because it's so soon, I don't know. And you're replacing, do we got John fucking Jones ready? No. Is Nate Diaz not in the UFC still? No. Then fucking nothing. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, that's what leads me to believe that he still will be competing on the 29th. Because if he's not, bro, this is fucking kind of real fucking bad. So
yeah.
Obviously they'll try to they'll scramble for a replacement, but again, bro, you're talking about a fucking, this is New York City?
This one's Vegas.
Okay. None the fucking less. Who gives a shit? Sold out fucking crowd, millions and millions of dollars, like, and all due respect to Jamal Hill, you ain't pulling that bullshit again, my brother. You pulled off some sneaky shit on 300 and fucked around and ended up in the main event. Boy, they better not try to shove you down our throat again.
Shit, I'm telling you. So here's the thing. They're not going to cancel the event. People have thrown the idea, cancel the pay-per-view. They've done it before. You cannot do this with this one. All right. This is International Fight Week. UFC X is that weekend. For the Thursday or Friday before is Hall of Fame inductions. Like, you're not canceling 303. All right, but let's look at the card real quick. Pretending that Conor and Chandler gets canceled. Jamal Hill and Olberg. MBS and Macy Kiyosin. Joe Pyfer and Marc-Andre Barriault. Do you see where I'm getting here? Ian Gary, Michael Page.
These are actually really good fights, man.
They're good fights.
These are actually really good fights. This is actually a surprisingly good supporting cast for a Conor card. But you have to understand, Conor is our Floyd, man. I don't give a shit who's on the goddamn undercard. Again, unless John Jones is the co-main event. Look at Andrei Arlovsky still fighting.
Still fucking doing it.
Bitch. Jesus Christ. Fighting against some cocksucker from Slovakia named Martin Boudet.
I can't even fucking play like 3-on-3 basketball for more than an hour anymore. This motherfucker's still out there training and fighting. God damn.
Face just beat to shit. Fuck that.
His nose is like hipping out and shit, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna fix it.
Well, no, I wouldn't either. I mean, obviously he's like, he knows this shit gonna keep getting fucked up. So
yeah. All right, about 68 people watching on here. Leave a comment. We put them on here.
It ruins the fucking card. Let's be real honest about it. It ruins the card. If Conor's out, love him, hate him, whatever the fuck it is, it ruins the card. This is a very good card too, but you can't. Jesus Christ. Listen, this is one of those cards where you could take any one of these cocksuckers, all due respect to Michael Chandler, including him, but not fucking Conor. If you take Conor, it changes the dynamic of this whole fucking card, man. This is the return of Conor McGregor. And again, very, very good supporting lineup for a Conor card. But if you lose Conor, this whole fucking card loses its backbone. And let me tell you, well, no, there's no more. Yeah, there's no other champion. I was gonna say, if anybody was getting pay-per-view points on this fucking card, they'd be fucking sending a goddamn witch doctor to Conor McGregor's house.
No, okay. So on top of that, like you could, like you said, you could place Michael Chandler anytime, no problem, right? Max Holloway's there. If you don't think people will be lining up to take that fucking fight with Conor at 170, you're out your mind. Any lightweight would be like, fuck yeah, sign me up.
Sure.
But replacing Conor McGregor against Michael Chandler, there ain't nobody there. Everyone's like, you could throw Max in there. No, I don't want to see Max anywhere near there. The only name I would want to see, the only guy I would want to see there against Michael Chandler, should Conor be out, and if people are giving me shit already for this one, Alexander Volkanovski. Give me Volkanovski against Michael Chandler.
And again, not a bad fight. If you brought in Max Holloway, not a bad fight at all. But it still changes the dynamic drastically. It changes your pay-per-view buy drastically. Again, there's a lot of people in that fucking building that are coming to see the return of Conor McGregor. Sure. I mean, he's the biggest star in the sport still, like it or fucking hate it.
Nosebleed seats were $1,000. Nosebleed.
Well, that's like, just fucking disgusting. But
nosebleed at T-Mobile Arena. Okay, you're up there. They look like ants fighting down there. It's not an awful view, but you're not watching the fight in the cage. You're watching the screen in front of you. That's all you're doing, just being in the building and watching it on the screen. So, dude, that's expensive as shit, and it would be a disaster if Conor pulls out. I don't think he will. I personally think this fight's gonna happen, but that would be wild if it didn't. Seuss comes back, says they are great fights, like you said, but people are looking forward to Conor, and those people are unfortunately not the people that are MMA educated. 100%.
No, that's a great point. A lot of the people that are tuning in to watch a Conor McGregor fight at this point in the day are what we would call casuals. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the casuals don't give a fuck about Macy Chiasson. Is that how you pronounce the last name?
Chiasson,
I think. Chiasson. Yeah, I'm butchering.
Chiasson. I don't know, dude. Macy,
that's your fucking third fight from the top, and most of your fucking, of course Otis does, but most people don't got a fucking clue.
Yeah. Otis says, have to have McGregor, huh? For this card, the way you sold it, as much as it's priced, the way it's built, yeah.
I mean, the whole card is built around that fight. Yeah. Again, it's a very, very good card. There's lots of gems on there. I mean, you got fucking Joe Piper and fucking MVP.
Dude, Piper, Andre Barrial, and people are like give MMA
Cub Swanson. I know he's old, but still.
Yeah. Gary Page is gonna be fun as shit. Swanson Feely is gonna be fun as shit. Charles Jourdain's always fun as shit. Even on the mic, he's fun as shit.
The Talbot kid's got he's got a lot of height.
He has so much fucking potential. It's insane.
Height.
Dude, even Robertson's gonna be fun.
Watterson, very quite possibly the hottest broad to ever put on a pair of gloves. I mean, let's be real fucking clear. Paige Van Jett and all the fucking white blonde broads get way too much fucking credit.
Speaking of that,
Watterson is a fucking smoke. And the broads, what's she in her 40s probably?
Yeah, she's early
fucking
late
age,
30s at least.
Fucking age, incredible.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Nick? Says it's good hardcore fight night, but not an international fight week attraction. 100%. Like I said, you gotta have Conor.
Right, exactly. Without Conor, it's a hell of a fight night.
Hey,
but without Conor, it's nowhere near what you need for international fucking fight week.
Otis begs to differ. Ariane Lipsky is the hottest. she's gorgeous. I give her that. But Michelle Watterson was like the original like hot chick that came in MMA. 100%. So yeah, no, the card's gonna be fun either way. But it's just like it loses so much steam if Conor is not on it. So we'll wait and see. Actually, let me pull up some of the headlines here just in case anything happens. No, everyone's talking about the Diaz Masvidal thing. Let's talk about that.
You see that?
Dude, what the fuck?
What a fucking disaster this is turning out to be, right?
Okay, so what'd you think of it? Because I have my thoughts on it, but they're a little pessimistic.
What, the fucking brawl that broke out?
Yeah.
Listen, all joking aside, I love a shit show as much as the next guy, right? I'm not some fucking keep your honor in the sport and all this and all that. That being fucking said, I do take Nate Diaz as a fucking serious person who probably has really serious fucking potentially gangsters or thugs in his crew. And I ain't some fucking goofy white boy who's like, I only got a bunch of, I'm just saying, dude's from fucking Stockton. I don't think he's Scarface, but I also don't think he's what the fuck? That being said, I feel the same way about Jorge Masvidal. The motherfucker grew up fighting in the backyards of Florida. He's the king of Miami. fucking Cuban cocksuckers probably got somebody in the fucking goddamn in the crew that's got a goddamn teardrop on his face and actually deserves it, if you know what I mean.
Ready to go. Yeah.
We do not fucking need these two fucking groups of people fucking fighting. That is, I mean, listen, all jokes aside, that could have went real fucking bad. It didn't, but like, I don't know, man. It's a fine line. When John Jones and DC got after it, that was one of the greatest moments in MMA history. Like it or love it. They pushed that little stank ass white boy out the way and they got after it. The whole fucking stage cut out behind them. I mean, that sold the. We were already hyped for that fight, but boy, did that put the fucking icing on the cake. Fucking Conor reaching over and grabbing the belt from Jose and the whole fucking kerfluffle jumping off.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times this shit is good. I don't know. Did this make anybody really want to watch these two fucking dicks box each other more at this point in their career? I just it seemed like almost a really disastrous situation. I seen somebody doing an interview with Nate, and it was like afterwards in the hotel, and shout out to them. I don't know who the fuck, what platform they were from, and I don't give a fuck. But he's like, "Hey, fucking Nate, do you think that little kerfluffle sold another 1 million pay-per-views?"
I saw that.
Hey, fucking asshole. No, it didn't. It sold about 16 more pay-per-views, you fucking douchebag. Everybody streams everything. Nobody's buying this fucking. Listen, am I going to watch them two box? You're goddamn right. Am I going to stream it as hard as I can, fucking as fast as possible? You bet your fucking
allegedly.
Allegedly, I'd rather spend my money on fucking cocaine and hookers than pay to watch Nate Diaz and George Masvidal fucking box each other, for fuck's sake. And I sure as fuck don't want to see George's trainer getting beat up,
knocked the fuck out.
Whoever the fuck the big beefed up white boy or the white looking Mexican in Nate's crew that's got blonde dreadlocks. I mean, what the fuck is even going on? That again,
he's a fighter too. He's good.
Of course he is. I mean, I love this sort of shit, but I just don't think this helped their fight. I don't think this sold any more pay. This didn't make me want to watch them box anymore. It honestly just sort of bummed me out and makes me nervous. I don't, what the fuck, boys? The last thing we need is your whole fucking crews getting into a fight over. And here, let me fucking everybody fucking pay attention real fucking close here, class.
Yeah.
A fight that doesn't matter. It don't matter at all. Jorge and Nate, God love them, warriors and fucking first ballot Hall of Famers in MMA are now old. They are not boxers at all, period. We'll do this because what the fuck, why not? Let's have a little fun. Jake Paul's boxing Mike Tyson, or was supposed to. So, we're living in a fucking alternate reality anyway, so we'll have them box. But let's just be real fucking clear about it. This fight don't mean fuck all. It don't mean fuck all in the world of boxing. It don't mean fuck all in the world of MMA. It don't mean fuck all in Miami or wherever the fuck they're having it, California. Like it don't mean fuck all to the Mexican community. So it really, the last thing we need is somebody getting hurt over a fight that ultimately doesn't matter. Not to be a fucking cunt to sour the fucking idea here, boys, but this fight don't mean shit to nobody.
Nick goes, I thought the blonde dreadhead was Fred. Dude.
I fucking wish.
I know that dude's got hands. Anyway,
that motherfucker's got steroids running through his veins. You see these fucking pricks? His fucking ass cheeks look strong in jeans, Jack. Good Lord Almighty! It's like, what the fuck is going on over here?
So today's brawl took me back to October 29, 22, which is innocence of a Jake Paul. Maybe halfway through the card, a little further out. I'm in the back. Where I'm running around the back. I only covered it because it was in my backyard. My backyard, and Anderson Stubble was in it, along with a couple other MMA fighters, and I forget their names and whatever. But so we're in the back, and I'm literally just walking down with a couple of my friends and shit, and then we see Nate's whole team walking towards where we know Jake Paul's dressing room is. Okay, and as soon as he gets to that door, fucking brawl breaks out, right? Just fucking everyone throwing shit, hitting each other, whatever, or trying to hit each other, pretending like they can hit each other, whatever. It took me back to that, which is why I think this whole thing was bullshit. Like, I won't go as far as say like both teams talk to each other like, hey, it's staged. I will say that somebody on somebody's team was like, we're gonna kick something off into this shit. Why? For every point you just made. No one cares about this fight. Fucking nobody cares. We don't need it. No one asked for it. This is not one of those, the fight that you didn't think you needed. No, because we don't. And it has nothing to do with, honestly, it has nothing to do with they're old. It has nothing to do with they already fought in MMA before and Jorge won pretty convincingly. It has everything to do with nobody was asking for a boxing match between these two. You know what I mean? Like, no, there's no story behind it. There's no lead up. Like, the most heat this has is they fought before. That's it. That's it. So what do you have to do to create a little more hype? Create a little more hype. Start some shit at the presser. Tell, Nate grabbing the microphone, telling Jorge, face off with yourself, motherfucker, and throwing it down. You need all that kind of shit. And you're right. It's still not going to be the thing that puts this event like on the map, right? We'll watch it. Everyone he's going to watch it. Whether they pay for it or not, it's kind of them. But at the same time, it's just it changes nothing when it happens. Talk to me if they do it in MMA, which they won't, but in MMA, do a rematch in MMA, and that will maybe put a little more significance on it, but not by much.
Also, I don't know if this has really too much to do with it, but in a weird way, I just feel like these cats are getting a little old for this, man. Like,
they got kids, bro. Well, they got kids, bro.
I hate to be like the fucking, you know what I mean? Like somebody's uncle that's coming to ruin the party, but it's like when we were all young, because I'm like, I think me and Nate Diaz are the same age, I think, or really close. Like I'm 39, I'm about to be 40. So I think he's right in that ballpark, you know what I'm saying? So it's so when I was 20, you know what I mean? And like we were all in our early 20s, this sort of wild shit was lit. And it was how it's where Nate built this reputation. Man, now we're 40. I ain't saying you gotta be a bitch but like, bro, relax. Have your home play. Everybody just fucking chill out a little. Like we're all 40, 41 years old. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight, you understand me? We're gonna clearly both of y'all are bad lads. Like y'all are going to get after it. We really don't need. It's one thing when 22, 25-year-old kids get after it and they do that sort of shit. Like they're young kids. That's how they do. Ain't motherfucking 42-year-old men up here starting brawls with me. Brawls amongst coaches and team old coaches getting beat up and shit. Like, bro, y'all need to chill out there. What the fuck?
Bro, in my experience, that kind of shit only happens in Mexican family gatherings and shit. After a few too many tequila shots and fucking, cervezas and shit. And one uncle remember something one of the other uncles did when they were like 12, and they're like, "Hey, motherfucker, I still remember that shit about fuck you, eh?" Yes, I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay, it's happened in my family a million times. All right, shit. I partook a few times, I'm not gonna lie. But either way, it's exactly 100% just weird. Cap MMA. So I don't know if it's Joe or whoever, but if it's Joe, what's up, bro? It won't do 100K buys. It will not.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Not again, bro. It's too easy to stream shit. I'm a fucking technological moron, and I can almost stream shit on accident because the fucking links are everywhere.
I forgot the number they put out for how many people streamed. It was a ridiculous number. How many people streamed UFC 300? And that shit was worth the fucking money.
Right.
That card was worth the fucking money. And people still stream the fuck out of it. So come on.
Right. So, I would be surprised if it does close to 50, bro. Like actual pay-per-view buys. This will probably do like 25, 35,000 pay-per-view buys, bro. Like I don't because again, who would buy it? I don't even know who the fuck is boxing on the undercard. And again, the only thing that really makes this fight intriguing is if, for all of me, listen, I like Nate Diaz as much as the next guy. All right. I mean, I really do. Like the Diaz brothers are two of my favorite fighters. Fucking smoking weed, the fucking rebellious attitude, the whole most of it. But bro, you got worked with the hands by Jorge in MMA, where you could actually use your grappling and change the complexion of the fight, and you got worked. You lost a boxing match to Jake Cocksucking Paul.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. I mean, anything's possible, but as long as Jorge Masvidal doesn't get dosed with fentanyl before the fucking fight, he's probably going to beat the bitch out of Nate Diaz. I mean, I don't even know what we're fucking tuning in for, really. Like, when Nate had, like, I would say that Nate is probably the better grappler, which Jorge's a bigger guy. If they were grappling, I wouldn't bet my life on Nate winning, but I put a lot more, money on him there. But boxing wise, I don't know, man. I mean, bro, Nate does have good boxing. Nate has great hands, and he's got legendary endurance. But Nate gets touched up by everybody. Like Nate's offensive boxing is good. His fucking gas tank is legendary, and his ability to take damage is fucking legendary. But like, bro, he gets touched up by everybody. Conor lit his face on fire. Again, fucking Jake Paul outboxed him. Like, Jorge Masvidal is going to beat the dog shit out of Nate Diaz in a boxing match. What the fuck? Listen, I'm glad that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is not going to happen because Mike is 137 years old and he's fucking, like a goddamn folk hero to us. You know how fucking tragic that would have been to watch him get knocked out by Jake fucking Paul. You know what I'm saying? But you could at least make the fight intriguing. Of course, prime Mike would fucking absolutely dog walk Jake Paul, but Mike's fucking 100 years old. So maybe this 27-year-old, like, it all of a sudden becomes kind of intriguing. Like, well, let's see what would happen. This don't even got that. What's your fucking arguing point for Nate having a snowball's chance of hell in this fight? Give me the fight that you've seen that makes you think Nate has a chance at outboxing Jorge Masvidal.
I'll be honest with you. The only thing I could think of is Jorge's a fat dude right now, or he was for the last like few months, and Nate wasn't. I mean, how in shape is he? How out of shape is he? Who knows? But you're right. Your point is made, right? Your point is 100% on point. Is no, but like, what is it? What storyline? As much people hate to use the phrase storyline when it comes to MMA because it's such a pro wrestling thing to say, you need that shit. Absolutely. You need a storyline. If you don't have a storyline, you're gonna tell me why I should give a shit. Look at any UFC. Maybe not 300, but like any other UFC card or pay-per-view where the top 3 fights, you're like, oh hell yeah, there's a storyline here. They're trying to get a title shot, or it is a title shot, or there's heat here, whatever. But look at the prelims and tell me that doesn't look random as shit for most of those. There's no lead up there, right? So this is what that feels like a fucking prelim. And so they're trying to create some heat. I get it, but it's just I don't see it working, but we'll see. Either way, they're never going to give you the real numbers. They'll inflate it and be like, oh yeah, we did 100,000 buys. Like, no, you don't, but whatever. No way. Otis says Diaz and Masvidal isn't on my radar. Honestly, I rather see Fury Usyk too. Well, that's coming too. God, did we even talk about that fight?
I don't think
we did. Right? We didn't, dude. Holy shit! I have not been a big boxing fan since the end. I don't know, fucking. Who the Canelo started, right? When Canelo started, him and Floyd and all that, that was like where I was at my highest, right? And then it kind of fell, even before that, it started falling off. But after that, I was like, I don't care. Canelo kills everybody he fights for the most part. And Mayweather is whatever. Mayweather's like boxing, private fucking matches for like super rich Saudis and all that kind of shit. But this fight, I'm not gonna lie, and I know a lot of people were giving credit to which fight where it was like everyone's it's back. Andy Ruiz and AJ, and then Fury and Wilder, Fury and Ngannou.
Fury and Wilder was really big, man.
That's the one that brought
trilogy was like really really brought a lot of heat back. At least the heavyweight boxing.
Right. So everybody at that point was like, boxing's back, and then it fell off again. This to me is the real boxing is back. The way Usyk did it, like I've never seen Fury look fucking like shocked. He looked shocked the whole goddamn fight. Like, 2-3 rounds in, he's still looking all confident, and then suddenly and then he got dropped, right? At one point.
Well, who? Fury or Usyk?
Fury got dropped.
Fury never got dropped, but I think it was the 9th round. He got hurt. He got hurt. Yeah. Honestly, I hate that where they sort of the ref separated them. They counted it as a knockdown, but Fury was still standing. I get why they did that because he was out on his feet, but I didn't let him get knocked the fuck out and let him lose the fight. Why stop it and be like, okay, we're going to count this as a knockdown, but we're going to give him step the fuck back, ref. If he's about to get knocked out, then let him get knocked the fuck out. That's his fate. There's still 30 seconds left in the round. Of course, he's out on his feet. Let him be out on his back, and then you start counting. Like I hate that they stopped the fight, counted because it was just enough time for Fury to get his shit together, survive the next round, and then he, went on to fucking lose the fight. But still, it's like he probably would have got knocked the fuck out, period, and the fight would have been over the 9th round. It's a lot like with Conor and Floyd. They stopped that fight altogether, but Conor's still standing. Man, watch out.
He wasn't dead yet.
Let him land a couple more punches, knock Conor the fuck on out, and let the fight be over. Like, don't stop the fight while he's fucking standing.
I think a lot of that too is just like save them from people not giving a shit about their fights. You know what I mean? Like if Tyson Fury gets knocked the fuck out by Usyk in some violent way, you're just sitting there going like, damn. I mean, like I know Ngannou's nowhere near the level of boxer that Tyson is, but he did drop him. But when he fought AJ and AJ just killed him, like now no one really cares to see Ngannou box anybody. I mean,
well,
you know?
yeah, I somewhat understand that, but the difference with this fight is, yes, you lose a lot of the Fury stock.
Yeah,
but Usyk goes like this.
Oh, skyrocket!
Because right now Usyk won, he outboxed him. But if Usyk would have slept him and did what Wilder never did, and he never did get the fuck up, then it's going to be a hyped rematch and everything, anyways. Yeah. But if they would have gone ahead and let Usyk fucking knock Tyson Fury completely unconscious, I think he would have had a lot more credit to his name too. So.
Yeah,
give take.
100%.
Great fight, though. Great fight.
Yeah. Talking about Masvidal Diaz, if this fight was MMA, I'd be interested. This one would go with it. Hey, what's up, bro? Says, I think Odin the Tyson fight is off. It's not off. It's just postponed. I think Tyson would KO Paul even at that age. It should be off. I hope it's off.
I don't think it gets rebooked. I know they're saying they're going to, and they may well, but I don't think
they shouldn't book it.
I don't think.
That fight alone, I mean, you can rebook it if you want to. You're gonna look even worse. Like you're fighting a 60-year-old man coming off of a bad ulcer.
His ulcers flared up on a plane. Like what in the fuck?
It's a bad look all around. Yeah, it's bad look all around. I hope hopefully
you tried it. You tried.
Yeah.
You tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah, no, at that point, then that whole card needs to get redone. All right, let's very quickly. I know we're talking a lot of boxing boys, but boys and girls, but let's just very quickly. Deontay Wilder getting knocked out. Is that nail in the coffin? Is it over?
Hold
up, real quick. Sorry. Matthew says, "Who won the brawl between Diaz and Masvidal? Not the fucking dude in the red. That guy lost all the shit."
Was that fucking Masvidal's coach? I think.
Coach, yeah.
Why me again? He's fucking 87 years old. He's 87-year-old Cuban. I mean, what are we even doing here? It looked like Diaz's crew won the brawl. To answer your fucking question, it looked like his crew got the better of it, but it was a fucking shit show too. I've seen it from six different. It's fucking chaos. What the fuck? Like nobody really did much of anything. It looked like what the fuck.
No, it made me laugh because it was just like the dude in the red. I apologize, I don't know his coach's name, but I thought at first he was like trying to like keep them apart, and then suddenly he just cocks back his right hand. That's all the Diaz boys need to see. Where they're like, "Oh fuck you!"
Yeah. I will say, to be fair,
what was he thinking?
Old school did throw the first punch.
100%.
As soon as he threw the punch, the blonde dreadlock prick jumped all over him like white on rice. But the old man did throw the first punch. To be fair.
I hate to say that I saw a little bit of myself in him because I'm like, oh, like, nah. So my mind now is like that image of him getting fucked up is gonna be burned in because now anytime if I go out anywhere and there's young bloods fucking throwing hands, I'll be like, y'all on your own, bro. I'll film it,
bro.
I ain't fucking stopping shit.
Can you pull up? We should do this more often on the show too. Can you pull up? You can pull up like search on Twitter. Did you see the clip on Twitter from whose fucking fight was it? But it was a fight in the crowd. And a dude gets knocked out from the thing, and he falls down the bleachers.
That was this last weekend.
Yeah. Can you find that? Can we? We're getting fucking trouble over here. Can we put that on the? Can we commentate on that? Because I want to say, I don't know if we've got one with the volume, but the one prick that was sitting up there that ends up getting knocked out.
So
it's hilarious because he's going, "Hit me, white boy," which is hilarious because they're both white. But he's going, "Hit me, white boy," and then a couple seconds later, that white boy just knocks the dog shit out of you. See homeboy just fucking pirouette down the cock-sucking bleachers.
Let me see if I can pull it up here.
That was fucking beautiful. Talk about fucking poetic justice.
For real, let me see if I can. Oh, this might be it. Let's find out. Lost permission to capture your screen. God damn, stupid ass. All right, I'm about to pull it up on the other Twitter. Give me a second. But yeah, no, I did see that shit. Yeah. I was impressed as fuck that the dude he knocked the guy out that was above him, right?
Yeah.
And then he went out and fucked other people up.
Dude, I think he kept chasing him.
Yeah. Because he went down. And
a little fucking advice. for everybody out there who happens to ever encounter this part of this fucking video, don't sit there shooting your fucking mouth off. Shout out to my uncle fucking Shorty. I was going to get into a fight one time in middle school, and I was a little nervous before this motherfucker stole my coat, or I thought he stole my coat. And I was asking my uncle, yeah, here we go.
Punch me.
Yeah, look, you see him carrying on? Punch me. Boom, he smacking himself and talking, just shooting that mouth off. And
boom!
Hold on, here it goes. There it is. Oh, that was the clean one, Jack.
Oh my God, you somersaulted, bro.
Folded him right down the steps.
Oh man, he somersaulted like a
just keeps on, and to be fair, the cute cocksucker deserves every bit of it.
Oh yeah.
Making a long story fucking short, my uncle Shorty said, hit him first. This ain't no fucking fair fight. If you're in a fight on the street, get the first lick and you will probably win the fight because these motherfuckers are not Dustin Poirier, Jack. Like, you a motherfucker starts doing all this foolishness, get your feet right, get your hips ready in your mind, get your feet planted, get your hips ready. While he's sitting there, hit me. Fucking knock the absolute dog shit out of him. Hit him as hard as you can. Make sure his fucking little head's still, and just send him to the fucking stratosphere, Jack, because all that woofing and huffing and puffing is always just a defense mechanism saying, I don't want to actually fight.
100%. So that was funny because I had a cousin, much older cousin than me, who he did time, and I remember when we were little, like our parents always told us, like, don't never start a fight, don't throw the first punch and shit. And my cousin comes up, he had just gotten out, he's telling me and we're like maybe 12, okay? There was like 4 of us sitting there just like, okay, yeah, can we go play fucking Nintendo now? Cool. But my cousin comes up and he's just like, what they tell you right now? I was like, oh, don't throw the first punch. And he goes, oh, okay. And he looks around, he's like, fuck that shit. He goes, if you know you're gonna fight, crack that motherfucker right away. He goes, I don't care. He goes, fuck if they call it a cheap shot. He goes, hit him as hard as you fucking can. And if he's still talking, roll up on him. And then when that fight's over, you won.
Let me tell you something. Uncle Chell talks a lot of wild bullshit. He says a lot of shit that he's just completely fucking out of his mind and just flat fucking telling wild tales about. But I'll tell you what, Uncle Chell said some shit one time and he's like, don't ever let a motherfucker get close enough to hit you. If you're arguing or something, don't, you need to stay this far back from me. And if you're not, I'm going to rock your shit. Don't let no motherfucker. And that's real shit. You see these motherfuckers that are shoulder to shoulder talking about hitting me. Hey, bro, didn't hit him. Don't ever let another man or woman, if you guys are arguing, you need to stay this far back. And if you get, I'm going to let you know that from the beginning of our argument. That's cool, but you need to stay over there. If you get within this fucking reach, I'm going to grab you or sucker punch you. And really, it's not a sucker punch because I'm letting you know right now, don't come this close or I'm going to crack your shit.
Dude, for real. No, in high school, and this guy watches the show sometimes. So if you see it, what's up, bro? I'm not gonna throw your name out there. But we were not fucking friends at all in high school. We weren't friends until after college. But in high school, he comes up to me, he does his shit. He's like, come on, bro, hit me. And he's like getting close and close and close. He's like, we're like chest to chest, like, hit me, all right. Again, I remember what I was taught. Hit him. So I fucking headbutted him so hard, I made his nose look worse than Arlovsky's fucking nose. I fucked him up, and I got suspended for 3 weeks for just headbutt one time. But you know who you fuck with ever again? Not me. No. Nobody fuck with me.
And I don't know how many street fights anybody's watching this, but think about all the street fights you've seen in your day.
Sure.
How many of them last longer than 2 or 3 punches? Usually the first punch ends the fight, especially if the motherfucker swinging can punch a little. That's usually the end of it in a street fight. Somebody gets wop wop and it's fucking usually over. Very rarely. Again, ask yourself, how many times have you seen a street fight where you were like, wow, that was a good fight? It was competitive. He got a couple in and then he got. I don't think I've ever seen a good street fight.
Never.
You just see motherfuckers getting dusted. fucking hit with weapons or fucking sucker punched. Very rarely have I seen a straight fight. I'm like, well, that was a fucking back and forth in the goddamn McDonald's parking lot. Who would have thought?
No, the one that made me laugh the hardest is it was one homeboy. They're in the parking garage, and he's, mind you, he has a gun or a knife or something in his back, right? So I got to give it to him for not pulling it out and shooting this motherfucker, right? But the guy goes to him, "You want to fight? You fight?" Like, yeah, let's fucking fight. Like, all right. So he starts going. This dude's like, he's a homie, right? The other guy, I don't know what he is, but he fucking hits him with a leg kick. And it's like, as soon as you hit him with a leg, he's like, oh, this guy knows how to fight. And then, homeboy comes up to him, he starts swinging, and he fucking picks him up, double legs him, and then slams him so hard on the ground and knocks him out. I don't know if you've seen that clip, but
no, but yeah, that's
it's so it was dude. Everyone, my first thought was, did he just kill this motherfucker? Because dude's like eyes are crossing, shit is on the back like this, like, oh fuck.
He just knocked the fuck out.
Dude, street fights are bullshit. Most of the time, neither motherfucker knows how to fight. And what do you got? What kind of cardio do you have? Like 20 seconds of cardio? After you throw a few punches, you're tired. Right.
Oh, yeah,
if you don't know how to fight, you're tired.
For sure.
So, anyway, so yeah. Santiago says, I saw good punches, but never a good street fight. There you go.
Exactly.
I couldn't tell, but maybe you guys saw it. Nate started it, but then just dipped, right? I have no idea. That's a good question.
The rumor.
I've only seen two angles, and they don't show Nate at all.
People are already saying Nate's a bitch because he ran and Jorge stayed the fight. But I mean, listen, neither one of them are bitches. For fuck's sake, please don't get them fucking needing to prove something. For fuck's sake, we have a goddamn gang war.
The last thing I'll say about Masvidal Diaz is Andy Foster runs the California State Athletic Commission. He doesn't fuck around. If he sees this as something which is like, this cannot happen in my state, and I'm gonna make an example of it by canceling this motherfucker and finding the shit out of all these guys, I won't be surprised if it happens. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't.
You're right. But this is California, right?
Yeah, Cali.
Yeah, bro. This is not.
Andy Foster's no. Hey, Andy Foster's no
Texas or Kentucky. You better not be fucking around too much. They won't let you get away with too much shit.
Andy Foster's no bitch, dude. I'm telling you right now. That guy, you would not disrespect that dude, 100%. Or his commission. All right. What else do we got today before we go? UFC 302 recap.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I want to fucking say something, and I don't want to. Let's not get stuck on this too long. We only got about 17 minutes. We're gonna wrap up stuff, but I do. I want to give up. And look, okay, two things. Okay, let me start with the bad. Dana White was on some complete fucking bullshit on the Flagrant podcast. Stone cold telling lies about that power slap bullshit. I see some cat on Twitter. Flat took the time to prove Dana. We had enough with Dana's bullshit. Real Madrid's got like 48 million followers. Power slap's got 6 million. The proof is in the pudding. Shout out to Dana White, but he was flat just telling bold-faced lies about power slap on that fucking Andrew Schultz podcast. So,
it was so fucking funny, dude.
Negative to Dana White there. He is a fucking piece of shit for that one. Okay. That being said, I want to give him a fucking shout out, and I want to say I fucking completely agree when he was asked about Islam Makhachev being pound for pound best fighter on earth, and Uncle Dana's like, yo, not as long as John Jones is still sucking oxygen. Fucking thank you, Dana. Shout out to Islam, an extremely great fighter, but no. John Jones is the fucking number one pound for pound great. Quite frankly, again, I agree with Dana. I think he's the fucking GOAT of any combat sport.
He's the GOAT.
Sorry. Yeah. And I mean, you can make arguments about it being harder to win gold medals in the Olympics and shit. I'm not going to include that in this combat sports. For me, I'm going to include boxing, kickboxing, fucking bare knuckle. I'm not even including jiu-jitsu tournaments, none of that bullshit. Whatever, but that's not a fucking real fight to me. Judo in the Olympics to get a gold medal is probably incredibly hard. It's not a fucking combat sport fight. It's different. Taekwondo in the Olympics, different. Not the same thing. When you're talking about highest level boxing, highest level MMA, highest level kickboxing, John Jones is the baddest motherfucker that has ever walked this planet. Real talk. He might not be a great human. He might not fucking, all things being equal. But it's time we really put some fucking respect on his name. I know a lot of people don't like him for a lot of very valid reasons. And then you got the fucking picogram gate and all those dicks. Either fucking way, I want to fucking give DW a shout out because I do think that John Jones is the fucking living GOAT. And yes, he hasn't fought a lot lately, but bro, Islam hasn't even fought at 170. Make all the excuses you want to about what's the French prick's name? Cyril Gane.
Gone.
But bruh, John moved up to heavyweight after all the talk, all the years, and again, you can say, "Oh, Cyril Gane just shit the bed." Man, I don't give a fuck. He shit the bed because Uncle John choked the shit out of him. That's why he shit the fucking bed, because Uncle John choked it out of him. Bro, John steamrolled him at a higher division. Now, I don't like the Stipe fight as much as the next guy, but for what's on paper and what Cyril Gane leading up to that fight, Cyril Gane, bro. I didn't even get my first fucking roll of my Molly buzz out before John choked him out. I had to go breathe in the other room. By the time I came back out, my woman's like, I think it's over. It's over. What the fuck happened? John choked him out. What the fuck? He's a fucking living GOAT, period.
When you make it look so easy, everyone's confused and goes, what the fuck just happened? Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say.
I honestly think I don't want to ride John's dick too hard. Again, he's not the greatest human being in the world, but bro, his accomplishments in this sport and in combat sports are sort of the youngest champion of all time, never lost. Again, he did spend a lot of years on the sideline, slightly valid point. Nonetheless, bro. Nonetheless.
Some of the most famous thought of as good people in the history of the world have some fucking dark little closets everywhere. So if we're gonna talk about like best human in the world, yeah, he doesn't qualify. Best fighter in the world? Ever?
Yeah,
he's number one.
Listen,
he's number one.
Dana made a good point, dude. Dana made a good point. So back to the fight, other than the power slap stupid shit, when they were talking, they brought up John for a slight moment on the podcast, and Dana brought up a good point. Man, fucking John Jones is nuts. John Jones has got, goddamn it, a tax dog. He's fucking trained with a pistol. Dana brought this up, but it's a good point. Dude, when the fucking pandemic hit, and the world was coming. You know what John Jones did? He grabbed his Yistel, a fucking bottle of liquor, his attack dog, and went downtown Albuquerque and started yoking up little punks that were spray painting buildings, spanking their butt, and telling them to get the fuck out of here before he fucking killed. Like, dudes, I mean, you ever seen The Boys?
Yeah.
He's like a superhero on The Boys.
He is.
He's like a fucking, is he demented? Was he drinking whiskey when he did it? Did he slam his face into a cop car once he got stopped and go fucking berserk? Absolutely. But what was he doing? During the most scariest time on the planet, the motherfucker went out with a Yistel, a bottle, and an attack dog to fucking goddamn it govern his city. I mean, this dude is one of the baddest dude on earth. Yeah, he's a wild man, an absolute wild fucking man.
It's rare to have someone be so good and not have like a screw loose somewhere. Like not everyone's gonna be GSP, not everyone's gonna be fucking Anderson Silva, right? You're gonna have some John Joneses and some Conor McGregors, the guys that like the booger sugar kind of shit. Now you're gonna have those kind of guys, and those are gonna be the wild boys.
And listen, again, I didn't want to get stuck on John for too long, but it sort of deserves it. Look, GSP, great fighter. But you know the difference between and there's a lot of them, to be fair, especially as being humans and everything. But you know the difference for me with John Jones and George St. Pierre? I'm gonna tell you what the difference is. It was John Jones kicking fucking Rampage right in his knee as hard as he could, trying to put Rampage's knee through his fucking goddamn leg. It was John fucking having an underhook so deep on Glover Teixeira and yanking it so hard that he ripped his fucking shoulder out of socket because he's nasty. He's mean. George is like, whoa, I will put you in a little armbar. George had son, if John Jones would have had Dan Hardy in the fucking, is that his name? Dan Hardy? Dan Hardy, right? Did George St. Pierre had armbar?
Yeah,
okay. If John Jones would have had Dan Hardy in that armbar, he would have fucking ripped his arm off. George had it. And I don't want to say that George didn't know how to finish it. I almost feel like George was like, come on, bro.
He was.
Bend your elbow the other way. John would be like, oh, you want to get cute? Bah. The way that Frank Mir would just snap your shit if you didn't chill, John Jones was that guy too. Like, John was fucking nasty. And that's the difference. George St. Pierre was an all-time great fighter. John is the best because he's fucking mean. he will fucking hurt you. Like, I don't think he's a bad guy, but like when John gets in that cage, bro, if you never fight again, like the fucking Russian from Rocky, sorry, John don't give a fuck. John's in there trying to fuck you up.
Shouldn't have signed that contract, motherfucker. That's what I was saying.
For real.
Shouldn't have signed that contract, dog. Don't get in here with me. That's when everyone's like, and again, we're not gonna stick on John, just very quickly. When everyone's like, oh, he's ducking Tom. Come on, dude.
No.
Ducking Tom Aspinall.
No.
Tom Aspinall's fucking good. He's really good.
Bro, and listen, the people that would say that couldn't possibly, bro, you don't understand. You don't understand who Shogun Hua was when a 23-year-old Johns went in there and threw a flying knee. You don't understand what Shogun did to fucking Rampage and all the guys. Like, Rampage was a feared animal, and Shogun dismantled him in Pride. Like, when John fought Shogun, I was like, ooh, John, woo, bro, this is different. And John, like, so yeah, no, dude, John fought guys that, like, I was way more nervous for John when he fought Shogun, when Shogun was the champ, when we all thought Shogun was fucking a god amongst men, and we just had no idea who the fuck John Jones was yet. What the fuck?
100%. Raider, what's up? And she said, John Jones don't give a fuck. 100%.
Bro. He's literally crazy.
So he goes, the reason why Jones is the GOAT is because in a street fight, he will be the last one standing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He don't give a shit.
I think John could do well in all combat sports. Like, I think John could go to fucking bare knuckle fight. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. I think John doesn't get enough credit for how tough he is either. Like, I'm telling y'all, dog, John is Dustin Poirier's dog, but in a bigger frame. You know what I'm saying? Like the beast that Poirier, like, John's that guy too, dude. He is, like, he doesn't get the credit because he's so good that most people can't hurt him that bad. But even when they do, Dominic Reyes, Alexander Gustafsson in the first fight, like, John, you ever seen John look hurt? You ever seen John go, like, he gets out, he
wobbles,
you know, like, fucking never, man. He's been hit and he's bled and shit, but you've never seen John like, oh my god, he's about to. Nah, it's never. You've never thought John Jones was about to get finished, dog. You've never even thought that, if you're being honest.
Yeah, no, 100%. Nick goes, hold up, fucking, where the hell did he go? Nick, there it is. Nick goes, Johnny Coke Bones Jones, none better. 100%. He's gonna be like TRTV tour, except he's gonna be like coked out Jones.
The fact Jones that ever. He said, I did coke a few days before I beat you to fucking Daniel Cormier. Y'all just don't get it, bro. Y'all don't get it. I'm serious. Y'all don't understand how fucking badass Daniel Cormier was. He is your fucking. Well, he might not have been a gold medal Olympic winner. I think
no, he wasn't gold medal. He was an Olympian.
He is a very, 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 very bad dude that John caught in his prime. I thought John was going to lose that fight. The very first DC fight, I'm like, uh-oh. John's finally done it.
No.
John's finally done it. And then he wins the fight. And it was a pretty close fight. Then they do the rematch, and I'm still sort of curious, and John finishes him. It's like, bro, what are you going to do with this guy?
Very, very quick. I remember John Jones went to a Naga tournament. Naga's, his jiu-jitsu tournament. And he just happened to be in this is a convention. They had Naga in there. And so he was walking around. They were like, hey, Jones, you wanna compete? Just kind of joking. He was like, you got a pair of shorts I could borrow? And then he goes in there and submits a brown belt, a seasoned, super strong, really good brown belt, and just made it look easy. I'm like, God, this guy's an anomaly.
He's a freak.
He's not real. He's an alien. The aliens are here.
Really is. He really is. He's a freak. Again, another thing that Dana White said that I got to give credit to. He's like, I don't think people are going to really appreciate John Jones until he's gone. And I think he's absolutely right about that. We're not going to really put this in perspective until he's gone.
100%.
Oh, God.
Give me
that
one day. Oh, my God.
Aspinall be tough. He'd be tough.
Aspinall and bare knuckle.
God, please. Mike Perry, too. For somebody
Mike Perry's
really just making fucking bare knuckle work for him, man.
I'll say that, no. And then who was the one? I know it was a Misfits card. And the only reason I even knew it was happening is because Ben Davis was tweeting about it. But it was Paige Van Zandt and this like OnlyFans chick, and the OnlyFans girl like dropped her. I was like, damn, everybody was wrong about Paige Van Zandt, bro, when she was fighting. God damn. But ended up in a draw or something like that, so it doesn't matter. All right. And then for 302, we're out of time basically, so it was whatever. But shout out, I want to shout out two people. because it was fucking huge. Dylan Napoleon is one of my journalists, and he is probably the newest guy. Yeah, he's the newest guy on the team. He's one of the younger ones. Boy, this kid, man, I knew he could handle going to a pay-per-view off the rip and covering it, but he excelled to incredible levels to the point where Sean Strickland likes this dude. Like, he fucking, like, you know, shouted him out at the media day, shouted him out at the post-fight. Those clips have exploded. A lot of love going to Dylan and Cage Side, and I really appreciate it. So shout out to Sean Strickland for being a good fucking guy, and Dylan Napoleon for being a bad motherfucker, dude. So that was cool. So yeah. And this weekend, I don't know if you want to touch on it because it's not an Apex card. It's in Louisville, Kentucky.
Ew.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. Main event.
Headliner?
Jared Cannonier and Nasruddin Imavov. For the hardcores, we know it's a good fight.
Well, yeah.
For everybody else, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's gonna be a fantastic fight, by the way. But like, yeah, that's a.
Yeah, Imavov, Cannonier is gonna be fun. But then Dominic Reyes, Dustin Kobe should be pretty fun. Rosas Jr. and Enrique Torcio are supposed to fight. I don't know if at 300 or something. I forgot exactly what card they were supposed to fight. But Rosas Jr. got sick, like literally, like not long before they were supposed to go in there. So they got some beef to settle. Bruno Ferreira is fucking good. The Cuban Missile Crisis, Julian Marquez and Zachary Reese. Ooh, okay, this is a good fight right here. And you know, I don't know if Dana should do one of those. If you don't know now, you know. Miguel Baeza and Punahela Soriano. Puna is a bad fucking dude. He's just, you know, gotten on a fucking bad run lately, and he's coming down at 170. Miguel Baeza came in undefeated, rattled off 3 in a row. Something happened, and then lost 3 in a row. So this is one of those like loser goes home thing. But both guys can fucking fight. So I'm actually excited for this fight. So for me, that's gonna be the fight that I watched the most. So yeah, let me do a little check of the headlines. Anything else you want to talk about while I do that?
I think that's it. I mean, again, I don't really care about that fight. What do we got? The next, then a week or two from now, we got Hamza and Whitaker. That is the big one.
The fun part for that one is I love early card. You know me, man. If I could get up 8, 9 in the morning, and fucking cover a card and have the rest of my Saturday, it's awesome. So this weekend, so obviously tomorrow, this weekend's Cannonier and Imavov. Next weekend, June 15th, so the day before Father's Day, Perez versus Tyra at the Apex. And then the weekend after that, Whitaker Shemaev in Saudi Arabia. Yes? Oh, yeah, Riyadh. Co-main event, Sergey Pavlovich against Alexander Volkov, Johnny Walker against Ozdemir, Kelvin Gastelum against Daniel Rodriguez, Shara Bullet against Joelton Luderbach. Fuck, honestly, it's a fucking good card. Not gonna lie, and it's an ESPN Plus card. It just kicks off prelims kick off at 9 a.m. my time, so 10:11. That's noon your time. So
do we really know what is going on with Chimaev fighting in America? Can he actually not fight here? Is that actually a rumor?
I've heard he can't.
I've heard that too, but
I haven't seen any proof.
There's right, so we assume it's for now it's all just coinky-dink that he hasn't fought in America in the month of Sunday.
I mean, he was supposed to fight Nate, and that's the last time he's been in the States. After that, we haven't seen him here, so who knows what happened or whatever. So I'm assuming that's the issue, and that's why. That's also probably why he's been so damn inactive. So we'll see. But this Whitaker fight's huge for him, so we'll see how it goes.
Massive
fight for him. All right, and then all right, well, that's gonna be it. This is really quick. Let me fucking pull up what I want to pull up here. K-Side Press on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like. We have all kinds of interviews. The media day from Wednesday's all here. We had Jake Noker taking Jasmine Jasudavicius, who trained at SBG Ireland with Conor. Has some thoughts about that. Karan Reed. Then Josh Augustine talked with Gabriel Rodriguez, talking about trying to get into UFC. Obviously, Jose Soto making his UFC debut, is making pro debut, trying to get to the UFC. Who else do we have on here? We have all the post-fight stuff from UFC 302. Anyway, there's new stuff pretty much every single day on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, hang out with us, leave a comment. We go hard here. So shout out to everyone tuned in. Good to see you. Hey, have a good night.
For sure.
Raider. Shout out to everyone tuned in.
Old school. How long has Raider been watching us? She's been fucking
forever. She's been tuning in
for a very, very fucking long time. Shout out to Raider.
And Raider, I am gonna take Raider. I will take you up on that tour in Anaheim, 100%. I just need to fucking find the time to get out there. But I've been getting the whole like, hey man, we want to go to Disneyland from the kids here. So we might make it out there. If we do, I will let you know for sure, because I really do want that tour you were talking about. And then shout out to Seuss, Nick Devon God, Santiago, Baba Booey was here. Otis, of course, Matthew Peep, welcome to hanging out with us. Cap MMA, I love those guys. Cap MMA, if you don't follow at Cap MMA, I want to say it's at Cap MMA on Twitter. They do a Spaces every few nights, I think they do a pre and a post fight. But those Spaces get fucking fun, so you guys hit those up, especially if you're a bettor. I'm not a bettor, but I love shooting the shit with those guys, so I usually try to tune into that. Capitan de Fujo, shout out to you. Tank28 was here earlier with his usual. Marty fucking is our roids little thing. Yeah, you follow Fred over at Gentle Jesus on Twitter and Instagram, I think, and then I'm at Ela32 on Twitter. I'm at Ela52 on Instagram. At Cage Press on everything. Follow us, hit us with a like, all that kind of stuff. We interact, we post up every single day, hanging out. Dude, I do want you to Seattle tour. That was a last minute trip, dog. Okay, next time I'm planning to get out there. I promise I'll hit you up, bro. Anyway, but all right. For myself, Mr. Fred Kirby, the entire team at Cage Press, we love the fuck out of you guys. You guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Good night, and good night, Wilshire.